for another Gridiron Talk Show. We're doing this Gridiron Sports with a lot of kids from around the nation and a lot of coaches as well. And we just want to make sure that everybody gets seen tonight. And we talked to some kids that have grown up right here in the Mile High City. We've got Keyshawn Taylor, Bryce Alexander, and Ethan Rollins, who all were part of that Northeast Cowboys team that was so good a couple of years ago. And we also have Coach Derrick Martin on, who we've talked to a time or two on the show. And you'll know he's got 2 Super Bowls and should have had a third one. But it was just a little bit too late on that trade to the Patriots. Hey, welcome in, everybody, and good to see you.
Hey, hey, how you doing?
All right, and so Derrick, why don't you talk a little bit about the young men that we have up today? We've got Ethan and Bryce Alexander again, and Keyshawn Taylor, and I guess we're waiting for Davion Dede Hunter, who is supposed to join us as we go along here. So Derrick, talk a little bit about these 3 young men and all the things that they've been able to accomplish in their young careers, so to speak.
Definitely, man. You got a treat tonight. You got three of the top players in Colorado on one show. All came from the same youth organization and came up through Thomas Jefferson. Couple some moves, and they're back there. Got a good squad. We're uniting, and they out there having a blast. I guess we'll start with guy here. We got Keyshawn Taylor. A kid playing football and basketball, dual sport athlete. Probably should be running track as well, but he does what he can. Other than that, though, man, probably one of the top receivers out there in the state. Receiver and secondary, defensive back, safety. Had a great first 3 years, and now he's looking at going to college. I think he's committed to University of Wyoming, and I'm very excited to see where the path may lead him there. At the bottom, man, we got Ethan Rollins. He's been a big back since he was about 7 years old. Strong guy, runs hard. He's having a very accomplished season this year, and we're looking to get him out into college as well. He's also a hard-hitting linebacker on the other side. Over here on the other side, we got Bryce Alexander, special kid. They got him playing a little bit of safety as well as athlete position on offense. Probably should be sneaking in there at quarterback sometime. Quarterback as well as slot. One of those guys you want to get the ball to in open space. One of those hard-hitting guys, like I said, that came from the Northeast Cowboys, where they were taught, to bring the pain. Like I said, three great athletes here, and they can speak to themselves. But that's just some of the nuggets that you will find while speaking to these guys.
Hey, Keyshawn, talk a little bit about what you want to do with your football career. I mean, you signed, I guess, with Wyoming. Is that correct?
No, it's just a verbal commitment. Yes, ma'am.
Verbal commitment. What's intriguing to you about Wyoming?
Yeah, so it's crazy. So coming into high school, Coach Derrick told me about Wyoming because he was a Polk himself, and it's just a lot of love coming from going over there. A lot of the coaches, the fans, great atmosphere. So I just like the atmosphere over there.
Yeah, and it's probably colder up there than it is here in Colorado, right?
Yeah, but a little snow, a little breeze ain't nothing.
So how is the season going so far? Now you're at TJ right now, right? And so how's the season going for you guys now?
Yes, sir.
How's the team doing?
We're doing pretty good. We lost our first game of the season. Coming out. One of those that we should have got after, but after that, my boys put it on their back to not lose again. So that's how we're coming into the season. All the guys fired up. So we got a good squad coming. You got a really good squad.
Somebody said you're like a little bit of a freak of nature. You got that Randy Moss kind of skills.
I guess so. You can say that.
Don't get out of hand.
I just want to be me. Be Keyshawn.
Sure. Hey, and so Bryce, you're in the weight room right now, man. So you don't take any time off?
Oh yeah, I have to separate so we can do the meeting.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. And so talk a little bit about your career. You started over at TJ, but then you transferred over to South.
Yeah.
And now you're back at TJ.
Yeah. So we all came in together at TJ, and it was a really good experience. I liked it. I think it made me into like a better football player. Like it showed me like how to work out, how to like keep my body like sustained, and then I just wanted something new, wanted something different, wanted to experience some new stuff. So I transferred to South, and I experienced South. It was good. They all the coaches over there kept me right. They kept me on my toes, kept me fresh. And then I wanted to come back to my brothers, my family. So
Sure.
I transferred back to TJ.
And so how was your season going?
We lost our first game. We just weren't clicking together as a team fully. But after that, we've all been like we all came together and just won the rest of our games.
Understand. And Ethan, Bryce, before you set the phone down here, you haven't gone to any offers yet. You haven't gained any offers for college yet.
No, I haven't had any offers, but I have a couple.
Do you know where you want to go? If you had your choice.
Yeah. I want to go to. I've been looking at HBCUs,
Nice.
Alabama A&M. That's one I've been really looking at. I would really consider going. Of course, I would like to get the Y offer. Like that would be cool to go up there with the fam, ball out.
Sure.
And then anybody else that wants me to come up there and play.
And so Ethan Rollins, our third young man on the program this evening, and talk a little bit about your career. Now you've been in the Bronco Future combines and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. We did, playing with the Cowboys, a lot of football teams. We were out there.
What was the best thing about it?
You said the combine for the Cowboys?
Yeah. What was the best thing about it for you?
Just playing with my brothers, my family. Any guy who can play football with my family, that's a blessing.
So you're running back, wide out, a little bit of everything?
Yeah, primarily running back, linebacker.
And so where do you want to go?
Anywhere that'll let me play football for them, I'll play anywhere. Anywhere I continue playing the game I love, I'll play there.
A lot of folks, around the city have often said that you remind them of the way that OJ used to run the rock. You've got that good agility, that good sense of balance. How's that make you feel?
Blessed.
I understand. What's been the most fun for you about playing football up to this point?
Most fun?
Yeah.
I've been playing since I was 6, and I've been playing every year after that. So it's just like football has like a special place in my heart.
Right.
I have a love for the game.
And what about Derrick, and what about Coach Romy and Coach Moore? What do you think about those young men that have taken you guys under their wings and brought you to where you are today?
Oh, I'm so grateful. It's a blessing. Those guys have guys like that in your life that can really help you out. So really
Bryce, what have the coaches been able to impart to you
really
as well?
showed me.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
I was saying, what has most impressed you about the coaches that you've had coming up through the ranks?
Personally, how they were like tough on me to like make me stronger and like make me better. Right. That's what I really appreciate. So I didn't come out soft, like sharp and ready to take on it.
And so, in terms of the rest of your high school career, now all three of you are seniors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so, now where does TJ play? Are they in 4A, 5A?
Yeah.
We're in 3A.
3A. And so, who's on top in that 3A division?
Oh, we got Palmer Ridge. Palmer Ridge.
Thunder Ridge. They're always big.
Palmer Ridge.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
always
sir.
big. That's
Mhm.
So have you haven't played them yet, obviously.
Not yet. Yeah.
Are they on your schedule?
You said not yet.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
When do you play them?
About 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Who's up next for you?
We got Thompson Valley.
Thompson Valley.
Okay.
Valley.
Thompson Valley has
Yes.
always puts a good team out there as well.
That's good.
Thompson Valley never puts a good team out
Former
there.
kids. So Derrick, when you think about these young men, you're still working on helping them get scholarships and get into college.
Man, I do what I can. I've been reaching out to coaches and things of that sort. I was good to hear from Bryce on that HBCU kick, man. I got a couple guys that's trying to find some kids to come to school. So that's great. I'm gonna make sure I throw his head.
And we talked about that. We talked about that before. You know how a lot of kids overlook. You know, I went to Central State before I ended up at Syracuse, and it's always good to go to a black college because it's a half a step up from high school. The teachers know when you're not in class. They know how to get you your grades so you can stay eligible and things of that nature. You talk about family. Going to a small black college, that's family right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch the vibe. I just want to go visit. So I'm trying to make sure you go somewhere cool.
Yep. That has a good band, has a good marching band.
Yeah.
So if you were to tell the younger kids, younger brothers, and and kids in the neighborhood, what do you tell them about high school ball here? Where would you suggest that they go up? Keyshawn, you take a wing at it first.
First off, I just tell them, go somewhere where grades is important, or where that the teacher back and where you have a really good support system. Because coming into high school, having that support system, have the teachers that that actually care about your grades and where you're gonna.
Like you said, staying on you about your grades and just get your grades right.
Definitely.
Bryce, what's important about schoolwork for you?
I would say come in ready to work, ready to learn, because your freshman year is your most important year academically. It'll set the tone for the rest of your high school career. So come in ready.
Yeah, and if you come in ready, you'll leave ready.
For sure.
And Ethan, your thoughts on just staying on the books and making grades and making that eligibility list every week.
Yeah, I think the guys pretty much covered it. Just come in from day one, being on top of your stuff. Know what you have to do, handle your stuff, and you'll be all right.
You guys help each other in terms of schoolwork if you have trouble?
Oh, yeah.
We got tutors. We got tutors now,
Teacher, office hours.
You have designated time at school when for study time and like that?
Yeah. Every Wednesday we'll have office hours where you go talk to your teachers, get everything you need in, anything that you need to talk to them about, any questions you have, they'll answer.
Yeah, and that would definitely help you when you get to college because they have the same kind of program, but it's even bigger and more expansive than what you're dealing with right now. So it's all about staying on top of everything and making sure you stay eligible. That's the biggest thing right there. So if you had to look back, Ethan, if you had to look back on any of your middle school days and like that before you got to high school, any good memories, any big memories?
A lot of good memories. I don't know one specifically that stands out, but that whole time period, it was just fun. I was just living through the moment, so I was good.
Bryce, how about you? Anything stand out?
I would say the homecoming games, like those type of games, and those games are really special. I feel like senior night this year is going to be special. I feel like that's going to be special moments.
Keyshawn, Super Bowl a big deal when you were coming up?
Yeah. So something that definitely stuck out for me was probably like traveling out of state, going to Texas. Being able to be with the guys, just traveling and stuff, was pretty.
And so, Derrick, when you came along with these young men, what was the biggest thing you tried to impart to them?
That this was just a step. You know, there's levels. You know, this was the first level as far as their goals. A lot of them had aspirations to play professional football, but I think it was in the collective. All of them wanted to go to college. You know, so high school was kind of a stepping stone to get there. I think they're still, you know, in the same mindset as far as, you know, college being the next step for them. They're excited. I'm excited for them. It should be a good spring for us.
Yeah, and you know, with the coaches that you guys worked with when you had the Northeast Cowboys, you had Donnie Moore and Romeo Hunter, Day-Day's dad. Talk a little bit about those guys and the philosophy that you guys came in with to get these young men ready.
So they played on that squad. They traveled down to Texas or Kansas, one of the two. I know they went a couple times. But they were prepared. You know, they were well prepared before they arrived. They knew a lot of the fundamentals. Only thing that we had to teach them, you know, was, you know, a lot of X's and O's. You know, our playbook was different. They knew how to play the game when they arrived. As far as the volatility, the violence that comes with playing the game, they had that already rolling. Just bring the X's and O's and some of the comprehension to the game was what I was able to do. But for these guys, man, like I was trying to jump in there a little later. But these guys, you know, still got a ton of time, got a ton of offers coming. I think it's going to be a great spring for these guys here.
Yeah. And so, Ethan, if you had one thing to tell, you know, a younger brother or some other youngsters, what do you tell them about playing like football here in Colorado?
Playing here in Colorado, I would tell them if you want to really be on your stuff, stay on top of your grades. That's the most important thing. Coming in freshman year, be on top of your work.
Yeah, because if you don't have grades, you can't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No go.
And are you one sport? You just football?
No, I play a little bit of lacrosse. Just a little bit of lacrosse.
Yep. Did you start out here with that City Lax team?
No, I didn't.
Hey, that's that Jim Brown stuff right there, man. All-American in football, All-American lacrosse, you know?
No. That's the goal.
And it's always good to play another sport just to keep your body going, you know? Just to keep your body going.
Nice spring sport.
Yeah. How about you, Bryce? One sport, two sports?
Yeah, I play football and lacrosse.
And what's the most fun about lacrosse for you?
I just like the flow of the game, like how it doesn't stop. Like lacrosse just keeps moving. I like that.
So, any thoughts about playing lacrosse in college or just football?
Oh no, football for sure. Lacrosse is just a hobby, really.
There you go. All right. And Keyshawn, how about yourself? Did you say you play basketball as well?
Yeah, I play basketball too.
So, good complementary sport for you?
Yeah.
And what is there any correlation between football and basketball for you? I mean, any of the skill sets kind of the same, kind of different, or?
You know, I take basketball just to really show off my athleticism, you know, just to show people what I can do, you know, that's really.
Yep. And so now I haven't seen TJ play in the last couple of years. How was the team over there?
We had a really good squad. You know, we got a really, you know, last year we went to the Sweet 16. We got the same group of guys coming in this year for our senior year. So we're looking to compete for a ring this year, and it looks like we might be able to. So.
And that's at 3A as well, right?
4A.
4A. Very good. So Ethan, somebody told me you did a 40-inch vertical. Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is that pretty good, or can you do better?
I'm always looking to do better. Always.
Derrick, if you had to give him any last-minute advice on what to do going forward, now that you're down there in old Mexico way, What do you tell these guys as Day checks in with us here? What's up, Day?
What's up with you? How you doing?
All right. What's some of the last things you want to tell them, Derrick?
Oh man, stay humble. Stay humble. It's gonna be some great things happening for these young boys. Like I said, man, it's gonna be some things that we talked about, when we made the 8th grade. As far as the next step, the next levels. I know they're right there now, knocking on their doorstep. I want to make sure they stay humble because they're gonna be there. They're gonna be in front of the spotlights, and I want to make sure. That they know that they can do it, and they stay humble and keep polishing their craft.
And even though they have coaches now at the high school level, you guys haven't abandoned these kids whatsoever. You're still in their lives.
Yeah, some of them is too much, but
right.
But man, I'm there for them for whatever they need, man. And they already know what's up. These are my guys, man. These are my guys right here.
Did you have the support that these guys had when you were coming up, Derrick?
Not to the extent that the love that Coach Rome and Donnie and I show. I'm not sure. If I did, I don't know if I would have ever wound up in Wyoming. That was my. I only took 2 trips. I didn't know too much about anything, So once they called and told me they loved me, I was excited to go.
All in.
I was all in, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I would just change the experience, and I think those guys had the opportunity to experience those types of things, being able to go. I think they still do 5 trips. Okay. I'm not really sure, but I think they should take all those trips, experience as much as they can experience, and then make that decision when it comes to the end.
All right. Davion, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
So talk a little bit about we've talked to your boys, Ethan, Derrick, Bryce, and Keyshawn, and we're just trying to make sure that everybody gets a little bit of a chance to talk to the rest of the kids around the country. I've been told that you went down to Chandler, Arizona for a hot minute, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you down there playing, or you up here in TJ, right?
No, I'm down at Chandler playing.
Okay. And so what's the difference in Arizona football and Colorado football?
More people care about football up here than Colorado. That's really the biggest thing. You got more people that put in effort and work for it.
Yeah. And so what position are you playing down there?
I'm playing running back.
And so somebody said you left here with a 0 rating, a star rating, and you got down there and you're 5-star now. What's going on?
I'm not sure about the 5-star rating, but it feels like what I'm doing here is no surprise for me. It's like I did in Colorado too, so it's like I'm just getting more exposure now.
Sure. And so when you came on the scene, what high school are you playing for now?
Chandler High School.
And so that's right outside of Phoenix, right?
Yes.
And so are you lighting up the sports pages down there a little bit?
Something like that. They post me here and there.
So what do you think you gained playing ball up here in Colorado and then going down there to somewhere like Chandler?
Well, a lot of people at the big schools and stuff, they ain't start playing varsity until junior year. And I've been playing varsity since my freshman year. So that's the experience I gained to be able to be a starter on both sides of the ball for 2 years. Basically, makes you know the game more.
Okay. And so, if you had something to talk to your coaches about, like we got Derrick on the line here now. What do you tell Coach about all the knowledge that you picked up along the way from playing with, starting with the Northeast Cowboys and some of the other teams up here in Denver?
Never stop working. We really always worked out. And that's what they saw. Never stop working and be the best. Because when we was at TJ, the freshmen, we weren't even starting like that. And then they always pushed us to be the best, and we were starting as freshmen.
So what's your best game down there this season so far? What are you at, 4 or 5 games in?
I'm 5 games in. it had to be the second week. I had 9 carries for 5 touchdowns and like 130 yards.
Go ahead, boy. See there? See there? Now, who's on Henry's iPhone? Who is that?
That was my father.
Oh, okay, okay. What's going on?
Romeo.
What's going on, Romeo?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, all right. We got to get a little bit of light on you. You got a light there you can turn on? Yeah.
You know, in Arizona, it get hot. They got to keep the lights off.
I know. It's probably 95 right now. So
It is.
there you go. Yeah. So how proud are you of these young men?
Say it again, I'm sorry?
I say, how proud are you of these young men?
Oh, extremely proud of them. Extremely proud of them.
Yeah. And so what has been the best thing for you about being able to coach these youngsters?
Oh, just being able to see the growth and the maturity. Seeing those guys from about 7th grade on up to their senior year, man, to see the growth and the maturity and see that they're still actually babies at the same time. They still got a lot of potential to grow a lot more. That's been one of the things that I've been enjoying.
Tough decision to take your kid down to Chandler?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Was it a tough decision to have your son go down to Chandler?
Well, actually, it wasn't. It was more of a personal thing with my wife getting a promotion. So when it comes to the money, it's an easy decision. So I mean, it was just by chance that we were ended up at Chandler. But I think it was more of a situation that we really couldn't help.
And do you give him any advice on where you think he should go, or does he give you advice on where he wants to go?
Well, kids can't tell me what to do in my house. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. But he definitely has he definitely has the freedom to express himself. I think as parents, and not only just me, but as our team that we have around our athletes, Derrick and Donnie, we all make those decisions collective to what best fits those athletes as far as their attitudes go, their work ethic, how deep the roster is at that particular school, because we want our athletes on the field. We think they're that good. So it's a team effort. A lot of times kids, when they go to these schools, the colleges can, put them in front of the girls and the parties and all that other stuff on these visits. So it's easy to, manipulate the kids' minds. So we would never let these kids make those decisions on their own. So we would take what they have to say into consideration and how they feel about it, but we definitely want to steer them in the way that we feel as though where they should be at, if that's the best thing for them.
Sure. And so Derrick, you're not coaching. Are you coaching this season, or are you more league administrating this season?
I'm consulting. I'm a consultant out here now.
There you go. So do you miss the sideline?
Oh man, I'm missing it every day, man. Every night at practice, I'm trying to, get one extra play in there. Let me just call this one, But there's a role for everyone, and I got my own kids. I had to, start growing up before they can have the opportunities that these guys got. Like I said, these guys, are role models for my son, and I want to make sure they give us the best shot. The best shot. We got four chances with these guys, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
And the other kids that were on that old Cowboys team, now do you still stay in touch with them?
I talked to a couple of them. We got 4, 5, 6 of them with the team. We had a strong quarterback over at now he's at East. They had another couple of buddies over there at East as well. Everybody, really flourished, from that Cowboys group. I think out of the I don't know, 15, 20 kids there was over there, I'd say half of them are doing great things and ready to flourish to the next level.
Good, very good. Hey, well, we're talking with some youngsters who are now high schoolers, and they have been together since they were probably 6th, 7th grade, and We're talking to Ethan Rollins. We're talking to Bryce Alexander, Keyshawn Taylor, and Davion Day Hunter. And these young men have taken their careers to the next level from that middle school level right to the high school. Now, all seniors, and all thinking about going to the next level and maybe even the level after that. So I just want to make sure that, we thank you for, taking time to chat with us and chat with the other kids around the country, because that's the biggest thing. Kids see you, they think about, hey, well, if they can do that, or they can do something, maybe I can do it as well. And in a maybe you don't want to be a role model necessarily, but at the same time, there ain't nothing wrong with it. And so with that, Ethan, any final thoughts that you have on where you are and where you want to be?
A lot of work to do, always room for improvement, and I'm looking forward to it. That's March I'm going to.
Right. And I'm glad you kept that seatbelt on, man, because you never know what happens.
Yes, sir. Safety first.
All right, Keyshawn, your final thoughts as well. They look at you and they see that you've been successful in high school. What do you hope they get out of what they see when they see you?
Yeah, my personality, just about how I carry myself. I carry myself with so much, respect and humbling myself, so I just want everybody to take that side of me too, as well as my athleticism and my hard work that I do on the field and off the field.
Well, I got a message up here that says Coach Lonnie Moore wants to say hey to you guys as well. So
you guys see me?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. All right, well, good, man. Hey, I just wanted to say, man, thank all of y'all, man. And man, what we had, it was very special going from that last 8th grade year into watching you guys in high school, man. And I'm pretty sure Rome, I don't want to forget Jimmy, who's not here with us, should be. Miss him dearly. He was all of our buddy, lightened all our lives. And then all of you guys, man, the things that you were able to accomplish as kids is tremendous. And to see you grow on and become young men, I just wanted to say thank you for letting us be the ones to show you the way, because if you don't get the message, then you're not here today. And thank you for being coachable and for allowing us to be the ones to help you transfer over from Little League to high school and now maybe propel on to something different. What's up, Ron? What's up, D?
What up, boy?
It's you, man.
So Bryce, your final thoughts on where you are and where you want to be, and how you hope young people behind you, see what you've been able to accomplish.
Well, my next step is college somewhere, just go get an education. And I feel like that's what every objective should be, is to go to high school, get a diploma, and then go to college. Just focus on that and play football.
Do we have Keyshawn still there? Oh yeah, Keyshawn. Has sports been able to help you? We see all the stuff that's going on the streets sometimes. With kids acting out and everything else. Has sports helped you stay away from all the negative stuff that's out here?
Definitely, growing up in Montbello, it gets a little dick at times. But being able to, sports and, keep me active and just from outside or doing wild stuff, it's really just helped me a lot in life.
Congratulations to all of you, all four of you, and we hope that good things are nothing but we'll hear about you in the next year or two, because all of you got the background that you need, the foundation that you need, and good support systems. Like you said, in high school, you'll have them in college, and you definitely know you got them back here. And we hope you have continued success, coaches as well. And we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll have more with you as your careers continue to take off. Thanks for joining us tonight. With that, we'll say John Bowman and Gridiron Media Sports, calling it a day.
feel this boring?